I am going to move the game jams. I'm moving the time. I don't want to do it, but I do want to hang out with y'all. And it seems like this time frame that we've been doing conflicts with a lot of people's work schedules. Starting in April, all right? The first April show, we'll be doing the game jam 2 hours later. So that means instead of 4 p.m. Eastern, it's going to be 6 p.m. Eastern is when we're going to start the jam. If you head over to the channel page, the Hyper Game Dev channel page, I try to keep as soon as possible the next live show posted up there. So that way you can make sure to know when the next one is. So as long as you hit the bell, so subscribe to Hyper Game Dev and hit the bell. It should fill in white. Ring that bell, and then it's going to notify you ahead of time when I'm going to go live. So that way you don't have to miss it. 6 p.m. Eastern is the new time. 6 p.m. Eastern. Spring break could have been better. Had really bad back problems. Dang, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Back problems? Man, back problems, that's not fun. Back problems are not enjoyable at all, because it's like the center of your body. Hope you feel better soon for that. You've been able to do stuff while lying down in your chair in short amounts. Man, so you're really going through it. Man, so we've got back problems, back pain, injury, healing up, healing, relax, laid back, take it easy. Take it easy. I hope you're taking it easy. Pierogi gone. 60 minutes is up. We are jamming now, y'all. Let's go. I'm already 10 seconds late. That's fine. It's fine. It's just 10 seconds. It's just 20. It's 20 seconds now. Take it easy. Okay. So what do I want to do for take it easy? I do want to take it easy. I don't want my approach to this game development to be taken easy, but I do want this game to be about taking it easy. Well, I mean, my first thought is like difficulty, right? Like either it's a really hard game or it's a really easy game. And you could go the hard route or the easy route, but we're taking it easy. So that's the easy. I don't know. That doesn't seem, take it easy. Maybe it's like you have to be careful, like you're going fast, or you could go fast. But see, then it's like, how do you, I don't know. I'm just going to go with the inspiration and hope it works out. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a runner. Well, runners are kind of overdone, aren't they? Why do I always worry about overdoing things? Like, just do what you do. Just do what you want to do. I say we do a runner and like you have to like slow down instead of go fast. That's actually, there's a lot of games I've played like that. A lot of good indies where you're falling, Downwell comes to mind. You're falling and you have to like manage your fall. I kind of like that. We could do a Downwell inspired game, a falling game. I kind of like that. But then we'd have to fake the falling, right? And if we're constantly moving, we have to come up with some way to make that work. We could really be falling, but the problem with that is we only have so much height to actually work with. A lot of planning on this one. I guess we're going to be fake falling. I think that's the way it is. So I think we're going to use a trick that I actually learned from Super Afro Boy. And I'm gonna flip this around like this. Joop, joop. Oh, not like that. Super Afro Boy, oh God, I'm really scared to do this in an hour. Super Afro Boy came through with, who's a great dev, an awesome dev who came through for the Speedy Delivery Challenge a couple episodes back and used an emitter to emit ground. Danny Kaka was also explaining to me a way that he had done that. So maybe I can manage to do it in the time? I don't know, I'm a little scared. So if we want to do that, we want to create the effect of falling down. Oh gosh. Okay. I don't know if I do want to do the emitting. Yeah, I think I want to do something else. I think I have a different idea. I think I want to try to make a let's try, can we get these flat? So they're kind of flat? Not really. Maybe something like this, because I'm thinking, or a curve. I want it to be flat, but I want it to like rotate. It's a little obnoxious what I want to do, but I gotta try it. Oh, this is probably the best one for it. So I'm gonna use a cylinder. I'm thinking like a hamster wheel type of effect, but it's the backdrop. I don't know if that's gonna work. So if I want to do that, I know I'm doing so much planning, but it's important. So let's do that. And the way we're gonna do that is by putting a hole in it. And I think the hole option is in the... I know this was so much planning. I apologize if you were like expecting me to be diving into it quicker, but I just needed those first 5 minutes to figure it out. That's the spirit of taking it easy. Okay, so there's like a hamster wheel. It didn't really need to be a hole because it's really just about the illusion that the background is moving. So there's that. And then I'm gonna want it, I guess it needs to have some vibe to it. So we need to put, I'm gonna use neatness, because what we can do with dreams is have these like flecks that appear. So I'm gonna add a little bit of, Oh, Pepe's alive. We got a live Pepe in the house. Welcome, how you doing? Hope you've been great. It's good to see you again. Let's see here. So we're gonna wanna make a little looseness. It's tricky. I had to like plan out. I had to think a little bit before diving into how this goes. So the neatness is actually a newer effect, and it'll let sort of all these flecks even out a bit, which I think is really nice and can yield some good effects. So now we kind of have a reference point. So if it starts spinning, we'll sort of get maybe kind of what's going on. I don't know how I feel about this. What if it's like dirtier, like a hole, like a pit? We're falling down a pit, a dirty pit. Okay, so I'm just gonna give it a little brownie vibe. Not brownies, not like yummy, delicious brownies, but brownie. All right, that'll do. Now we need it to spin, so it kind of can maybe create that effect. Hard maybe, hard maybe. Glad you're alive though, Pepe. It's good to see you. I hope you've been well. It has been spring break, at least over here in the United States. I don't know if that is a thing that you celebrate with university in the UK, but it's a nice thing when you're doing school and you get to take some time away from the classes. We only needed to rotate one way, so I'll just use a regular rotator. Should already be good. Look at that. Look at that go. Oh, that was easy. So now I need a camera, and I'm gonna put it here. So basically, I guess will be the effect. To make the effect work, I think we're gonna have to have the spinning of this cylinder be slower or faster, and that's how that'll work, I think. Okay, I'm gonna make the field of view a lot smaller. I'll tell you what doesn't work for me here is it's like bulging, right? But I think we could actually, I think we may be able to fix that, because we can do some effects. Yes, I am thinking of pincushion. So I'm gonna get a microchip now so we can start organizing things. I'm starting to get a better idea of the logic that I'm gonna wanna program in. So I'm gonna put the camera on here. And let's also add, let's put the rotator on there as well. As long as we surface snapped it on there first, the affected objects wire will be maintained, so it'll still affect it. But I like to have it on here so I can work with it a little more easily. So I'm going to say pincushion, which will be in the gradient effects right here, just to try to get it to look a little better. Now I can come and edit the camera while I'm doing the pincushion effect, so we can just make sure it's achieving what we want. You gotta be careful because it's easy to move the camera, but at least we can sort of test it. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, that looks so good. Wow, what a difference. Cool. I like it. It looks a little funny, but I don't think it looks funny enough for me to care. I mean, I laughed a little there, so I guess there's a little funny. Is this... I can't tell if that's actually... Do you see that on the left there? There's like a little gap. I don't think that's something. I think that's just the camera. Yes. Okay, great. Look at that. Oh, that's pretty good. Hey, I mean, it's weird because I can tell that it's curving a little, but it might not matter. It might not matter if you don't know what the secret is. I don't know. I don't want to obsess over this. We've already spent 10 minutes planning, so I do think I don't want to obsess. But I also want this to look good because we're going to build the rest of the game around this effect. And so if it doesn't look good... Oh, this might help, actually. Oh, yeah, that helps a lot. A little vignetting. That kind of is a good effect. I don't know why grain feels like a good thing here. Motion blur, probably a good thing, actually. That's actually going to help a lot. You can really see it just smears it a little better. But I do feel that bending. So maybe we can... Maybe like that. It's tough. I can feel it. I can just feel it. I can just feel it. This actually isn't that bad. This isn't that bad. Wait, wouldn't it go the other way? If you're falling down, it would go the other way. We're going up. We're like getting fired up in the air. Okay, so we gotta we gotta flip that around. Simply, all we have to do is invert this. So instead of 144, we're gonna make it negative. I'm gonna do 150. I don't know. It's just a rounder number. Okay. It seems like right at the start, it's a little obvious, but once it gets going, we rise. Once it gets going, it's not bad. So I'm thinking for that reason, and this, you know, arguably we don't need to, but I'm going to do it anyway. We're going to add a wiper at the start. And so what this will do is make the screen black when we first start the level. And then we're going to have it go off. So I'm going to make it a NOT gate. All right. And we're going to plug it into this timer. And this timer, I'm going to say, let's have it not 5 seconds. Let's do just 1 second. So that'll be on, and then 1 second will go, and that will go off. So let's see. It should start out black, and then boop, and then it appears. Oh, you still kind of see it. It's amazing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just bugging, and it actually looks fine. I think it looks fine. Maybe lighting. Maybe lighting is what we need to fix, because there's like some weird shadows happening. I know, I'm overthinking this part. I've officially decided I'm overthinking this part. We really need a flat. We don't want like a gradient of color. Because you see how it's like darker down here and lighter up there? I think that is causing a bit of an issue. So I'm just going to adjust this a little bit so maybe we can get a flatter look. It's better. It's probably better. It's tough. Cast shadows, no. Don't. Please don't. This is okay, I guess. We could make it all dark over here. Is that a thing that's good? Might be better if it's brighter back here, actually. And then let's also make the fog distance super long. And what this will do is just not have some blurriness as we get further back or closer. Okay, and then the sky we could also make brighter. I don't know why that's gonna help. Is that... I don't know, because then it almost just looks really bright. It's just like so bright. Let's see, we'll darken it a little bit here. Oh, that's full darkness. Oh, but that's a little better. Okay, I like that. And then with the vignette, I'm feeling it either could be stronger or just gonger. Gone or strong. Oh yeah, that's not as bad. I like that. That looks a little better. That looks good. Okay, I like this. I like this. Okay, so good. One more thing. I'm just going to adjust the material on here. So it's like not, I don't know. I was going to say not reflective, but then I'm starting to think maybe reflective is good. No, that just kind of reintroduces. Really hard to tell. What about this? It's like rough and waxy. I'm okay with this. We got to get going. We got to start working. We got no gameplay. Okay, so that's a good start. Let's put all of this somewhere. So this is game start stuff. That's this. This is the rotation. That's important. This is all effects. So I'm going to put this in its own chip. I'm going to get a microchip. And I'm going to stuff this stuff in here so it's just kind of out of the way. And I'm going to make it a cloud. All right, that's a cloud. Got it. Now, besides that, we're going to want a character, something that we control. So left and right, I think left and right, we can just move left and right, and that's no problem. Now, there was a trick Pierogigon taught me, someone who does a lot of these jams, who supports Hyper Game Dev. Pierogigon had told me about a way to set limits really nicely, but I can't remember what it is. Oh, maybe we could say, I don't really know, but I have an idea, and that's good enough. So let's get a, what's our character? So we're taking it easy. Something that's heavy, let's just make like a not an anvil, but like a weight thing. I'm gonna get a, is a pyramid the thing I'm looking for? I think so. Now pyramids are like impossible to get on the grid for some reason. So we'll do a cone because it's a little more reliable. I'm gonna stretch it out like that. Is that what those weights look like? It's like, yeah, it kind of does. Kind of. I'm gonna do this and then let's get a, let's put it down and I'm gonna put maybe a rounded cube negative on top. The rounded, maybe not necessary. Is that what a weight kind of looks like sometimes? I feel like there's something about it that ain't right. Something ain't right. But it's trying to be right. Let's get a little blend in here. Oh, that looks better. You know, like Kirby goes into like different rocks when you have the stone ability, and like one of them is like a weight. I feel like that's kind of what they look like. Hard kind of. Hard kind of. Okay, that'll do. It's fine. We have to be fine with it. So I'm gonna make it like silvery, is what I imagine. Now we have all this wacky brightness stuff. That's gonna possibly work against us, so we gotta be thoughtful there. It's interesting that it's showing up red. What the hell is that? All right, let's push this back. This is gonna be our character. It's the best we got. The idea is it's supposed to be like a weight, like a heavy weight, but I don't know that that is what that looks like. And that just has to be okay. It has to be okay. I guess I'll get sticker mode out here and we'll just put, what's a heavy weight? What's a heavy weight? I don't know. I wanted to use kilograms, so I just look like really non-American, but you know, I am what I am. I am what I am. So I'm gonna say, what do I say? What's heavy? What's a heavy weight? Let's do 2 tons. 2 tons. And then I'm gonna sticker mode it onto here and not use that. Is it actually showing up on there? Maybe to make it a little deeper? I wouldn't say I'm seeing it. Why not? Where is it? Doesn't quite reach. That'll do it. There it is. If anything does it, it's that. But we got it. So we're gonna make it bigger so it fits on here. You know, even though I was worried about time because we spent some setup, I keep looking back at the time and I'm like, you know, there is still time. There like is still time. So maybe everything's fine. Oh, that's a good heavy font. Look at that. That looks like it weighs a lot. Why does tons feel like it's longer than it needs to be? Okay. Does that look like something? Yeah, it doesn't look like what I wanted it to look like, but it looks like something. Yeah. Checks out. Hmm. It just gets so red looking. It must be because it's reflecting the background onto it. The only thing I could think of would be to continue going on the sticker route. And we could make it, first of all, be non-auto fit. Give it the background back. Make the background the color. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's better. Look at that. That looks great. Okay, good. No, we're in good shape. Nice. I love it. Checks out. Works out. I'm sold. Okay. Oh, isn't there usually like a handle at the top of these kinds of things? Right? Like a little like boop, a little thing that you pick it up with. I don't know. I don't know why you just pick up 2 tons, but you know, it's for like a machine, like an arm. A machine arm. Oh yeah. I don't know why, but that makes it look correct. That makes it look correct. It kind of looks like a bag, but that's all right. Nice. All right. Oh yeah, that feels like I'm falling. Wow. That's great. Now I don't know why you can slow down a giant weight, but we're not here for logic. Well, we are, but we're not. But we are. Okay, great. So now we need to be able to move it left and right. So we've got our background that's spinning here that creates the sense of falling. But now we want to be able to move or not the player or the character or the weight. We want to go left and right. So I'm going to make sure that this mover gizmo is pointing in the right direction. Now this isn't on our object. See how we have the affected by wire coming out of here, or the affected objects wire? We need that for this. Easiest way to do it is just to surface snap it right onto what we want to apply it to, take it off, put it back on the microchip, and now we got the wire. So we've got a gizmo as well. It's pointing to the right. Now we'll see it's going to start moving to the right. It's a positive number. That means negative is going to bring us to the left. So I'm going to get a controller sensor so we can get our controls going a little better. I think this is going to work well. I think we've got a good thing going. Don't get too excited, Lees. Otherwise, you start slack-a-racking. Rack-a-slacking. So let's do a splitter. I'm going to get the local L stick. Doesn't really matter, but it matters enough. Okay, so there's that. And I'm just going to plug the X directly into there. And as long as it is this modulate wire type or an X, then it should just work. We do want to make this remote control so we can test it now and not have to possess anything. All right, there we go. Left and right. So let's play it. Blammo. Nice. Now, one thing we don't have set up here are boundaries. So we need to make it so we can only go so far. There's lots of cool ways to do this. I'm just going to make a zone. And I'm going to say that if you go outside of that zone, the mover, well, it kind of depends on which side you're on. All right, this is not my favorite way to do this, but we're going to do it. So I'm going to make, I just can't think of a different way to do it right now. So we're going to get 2 trigger zones, 1 on each side. So I'm going to make it taller than it is long or wide. So taller than it is wide, just like that. I'm going to move it to the side. All right, so we want to make sure that it's definitely going to hit our character. So then when it detects the character, we want it to say, no, no, you can't go that way anymore. So if it sees the player right here, then we want it to basically return a, you can't go that direction anymore, but you can go the other direction. I'm going to make it a label, and I'm going to say the label is friend, which will be the same label we're going to apply to the weight character. Okay, there's that. Our character is right here, flying all around, not for long. And I'm going to give it the friend label. And we can clone this. So you can see that that's on, right? When I get too close over there, it comes on. That's very good. That's what we want. Let's get another one. This time I'm going to use precise move so we can make sure we stay on the same horizontal axis. All right. looks pretty good. I do want it to overlap a little bit there. Okay, that seems fine. That's the left, that's the right. Now here we have the X. We're gonna need to split that into two so we can say whether or not you're allowed to go one way or the other. A little tricky because we only have it coming right out of there, but we'll sort it out. Basically what we have to do is I'm gonna get a switch and I'm gonna have the switch output, not that, this. I'm gonna have the switch outputting -1. So we need the off value to be quite a bit lower. Doesn't really matter what it is. But this is going to output -1, all right? This is what this is outputting, -1. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the negative output here, which we know is going to the left. I'm going to put that into the power of the switch. So now this is going to power on -1. So if we put this in here, into this, just like we had it before, you can see if I move to the left, it's going to go left. If I move to the right, nothing's going to happen, which is very, very good. Then I'm going to take a node and I'm going to wire our positive split value out of that. And I'm going to put that into the mover here. So if we move right, that's going to go up, left, it goes down. But this time, we want to make sure we gate all of this. So actually, I'm going to put another node here because this is what we're going to put the trigger zone into. So that way, when the trigger zone detects our character, it's going to block off one of these two sides. I do need a NOT gate. So I'm going to put this NOT gate, or two NOT gates, underneath each trigger zone. And then I'm going to have the trigger zones go into the NOT gates. So therefore, it's going to keep these channels open. So if we're on the left one is going to detect us. And if we get into the left side, we want the left to go off, meaning this NOT gate will keep the left open until the trigger zone sees the character. We'll have the right NOT gate go into the other node, meaning if we get all the... Okay, I actually mixed these up. So we're actually going to switch them. I think you kind of understand what I'm doing here. So if I move to the right or the left, so let's reset it. So we get in the middle, get to the right, it blocks it off. Go to the left, it blocks it off. Now I will say, it looks like there's a little like after drag. And I wonder if that's because this needs more friction. Now it's weird because there isn't like a ground. So like, why would it need friction? I don't know, but it would potentially. So, so here's what I'm thinking we have to do. I think what we have to do is pulse. So when one of these are true, I'm going to send a pulse. So either one, we want them to have their own unique pulses. And I'm going to have them set the mover to 0. So it just like makes it go super slow real quick. I'm going to have both of these hooked up to a keyframe, and this keyframe is going to force the mover to go to 0. No strength. I don't really know about damping. I guess max damping. Actually, the damping might be our problem now that I think about it. Hold on. Let me see. Let's reset it. Okay, so the damping being up did slow us down. Let's increase the strength. Ah, it was the damping. Okay, we don't got to do any of that crap. Forget all that stuff. Phew, thank goodness. So the damping being up is what's going to make it stop. Great, we got it. So now I move all the way over here. I'm all the way. Can't go any further. Come over here. Can't go any further. All right, great. We nailed it. Looks pretty good. Honestly, the little effect of the blur, that's from the sticker mode. Text displayers get a little funny when they start moving in the scene. But I gotta say, it actually helps. It makes it look way better. Great, so we got left and right. So if we want to take it easy, I mean, I guess in theory, ideally, we could set up some way to like lower the weight. But I don't really think we have time for that, right? We could like have them like stacked with each other and maybe you like abandon them. Eesh, I don't know. That sounds tough. That sounds tough. We could... So the heavier it is... Wait, but that... Didn't we learned about that in physics? The heavier something is, or the lighter something is, that doesn't mean it falls faster or anything. So actually, I don't think that makes sense. Crap. But that does make sense. Ah, oh, shoot. We got to look up basics physics here. Basic physics. Lighter objects fall slower. Is that true? Because the downward force on an object is equal to its mass multiplied by g, heavier objects have a greater downward force. However, downward objects or heavier objects have more inertia, which means they resist moving more than lighter objects do. So heavier objects need more force to get them going at the same rate. Okay, that's okay. Okay. So how do I want to do this? How do I want to say we go slower or faster? I guess rockets. I guess we just have to put a rocket on it. I think that's the only way that this works. So we could yeah, let's put a booster on here. It's silly. It's silly. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna put a rocket on it. So I gotta build a rocket. Cool, great. How do you do that? So I'm gonna get another cone because that looks like a rocket, obviously. And let's make it a little smaller or something. A little smaller. All right. And that's totally normal. Nothing weird about this for a 2-ton weight to have a booster on it. All right. I don't think we really need much more other than just making it look right. I think that's actually fine. So I'm going to put that there. And we want it to look, I mean, I would love for it to look silvery like metal, but you saw we had that problem earlier until we put it with a sticker mode. Oh, this is looking gray as hell. Oh, okay. All right. All right. I mean, great. I'm glad. So that's our rocket booster. We do want it to be attached. So I'm going to group this up, which means we're going to have to reattach the mover, because right now the mover affected object output is going to just the weight and not the weight plus the booster. So now that we have the group and we surface snap that on there, it should bundle them up just as we want. Let's make sure it works. Looks good. Looks good. And then when we press X, it's gonna boost us. So we need some fire. I'm gonna get a bit of paint then. What looks like fire? Not much. Let's say this. It looks more like smoke. That's okay. I guess we can do the color here if we can. Looks a little red. Sure. And then we'll just paint a little bit here. I don't like the way that looks. Maybe sort of like this. It's kind of what good could be, right? Potentially. And then we're going to animate this so it does look like fire. Now I got to think about what's next, right? Like, what's the gameplay here? I don't exactly know. No, absolutely don't know for sure. Yeah. But I'm sure we'll find out. This is something. It's a little piecey. I kind of hoped that it would like be together more, not like falling apart. But maybe we can sort that out with duplicates and stretching and stuff. Maybe not this. I'm gonna shrink it down. It's just, maybe we can make it go faster too. If we speed this up, that could help. No, nope, sure didn't. Oh, that's a little better. It looks a little more fiery, potentially. I think we could slow that down. Doesn't have to be perfect. It just kind of has to generally convey the thing. Let's say, whoa, maybe not that. Bring the spread down a little bit. That kind of works. It kind of works. It's not the best, but who says we're here for the best anyway? So let's get this back here. I'm gonna make it grouped in with our character. I'm gonna scope in like that, and then we'll try to line it up. So it's underneath there. It's probably gonna look a little funky dunky. But that's okay. Sweet. I'm happy with it. I like it. So there's that. So let's hook up to that. So I'm gonna have what does it look like if we do like some of this stuff? Okay. All right, so this is the one. So I'm gonna get a keyframe, and I'm gonna have that, put this at 100%, and then we'll bring this down to 0. And then whenever we need it, it's gonna flame it on. And I'm gonna have this be, if we press, I guess R2 probably makes more sense, since then we can go gently. I'm gonna make it L2 as well. Okay. So if we do that, we get some rocketage. Maybe just R2. Yeah, I don't know. Just R2. And we also want it to actually propel us. So I'm going to get a node, and I'm going to have that R2 signal go through the node. Safer that way. And, okay. Looks good. We want some sound, so I'm going to try to record some sound. Good luck to me. It does. I'm not always happy with my sounds, but we'll get there. Let's move the start over here. They just sound a little wheezy. I am a wheezy girl, so it makes sense. Let's see if we can't improve it a little bit. It's fine. Maybe some like reverb will help. Not that much. Or let's try a filter. Filter can have a big effect. I like it. Give me some pitch change. I like it. Give me some more bass. Okay. And then hopefully that sound is okay. I should probably check the spectrum analyzer just to make sure. Yeah, I do think it's worth it. I wasn't too happy with the sound in the last one. It was too loud. Okay. Spectrum analyzer is on the master mixer, so we can just make sure we see what it looks like. I'm going to hook this up to the X button for us. I would say we could try ping ponging it. What? Okay, ping pong sounds terrible. Don't do that. Could try looping it. I think the only thing I'd want to do though is make sure it actually connects, because right now it's not really connecting. I need to start thinking about scoreboard. I need to start thinking about like, what is the game? What is the game? I'm not exactly sure. We're gonna find out though. Doesn't make any sense. That sound doesn't make sense. So let's try this. Let's try more like up here, it'll loop. And then maybe if we can add in a little delay, that'll help as well. Just help it bridge the sound. That looks pretty good. I think the filter is a bad move. I just do. I'm not winning with the filter. It's not that bad. I like it. All right, let's do it. Okay, let me make sure my sound is good. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. I do want it to sound like something. I mean, it's like the main mechanic after all. It sounds so wet. It sounds bad. Okay. Less delay, for sure. It's so wet sounding. Maybe if we come to the compressor, definitely focusing on a lot of aesthetics here. Is that better? It's not good, but it'll do. So we want this to slow us down. So when I start doing this, what we should see is the background slow down. But what do we have happening? Are there things that are in the way? We need an obstacle. We need something to avoid. Oh gosh. So what I'm thinking is we're gonna need a timer. All right, we got 20 minutes left. We can do this. Okay, I need to put all this stuff away. So I'm gonna make a microchip for controller stuff. So we can just tuck all of this out of here. I guess we can leave some of this for now. Let's put all of this in there though. All control stuff. And then I'll put a little controller icon on it so I know what it is. Very good. And actually we have a rocket icon, so I'll put all this in there, except for this. And I'm gonna give it a rocket icon. And what else are we doing? We are gonna add score stuff. So I'm gonna make a trophy with a scoreboard colored thing. Okay, open it up. And now let's get that all in there. I'm just gonna put the score. Now, there's going to be a timer, but the timer is not going to be your score. The timer is just going to be how long you spend playing this. And the idea is to avoid bumping into things. That's the game. So let's say that the timer goes not infinitely. How long? 1 minute? Let's do 30 seconds. I'm going to do a 30-second timer, and we're going to count down. I'm going to fill it up, and I'm going to have the current time output not to a scoreboard, but to a number displayer. We're going to put that right in here. Let's just hook it up. Where do I want it to be? Probably the top right. Probably. So let's do that. Okay, at the top on the right. Let's make it bigger. All right, so that's going to count down. I'm going to make this not auto fit. Oh, that sounds gross. Oh, that sounds so gross. It sounds disgusting. You have to fix that right now, please. I don't have much to ask of you. Just please fix that. All right, it's less poopy sounding. Okay, we don't want to take it that easy. We don't want to take it incontinence easy. All right. Okay. So that's that. That looks fine enough, I guess. I really like it without the borders. I think that looks really nice. Okay, Lise, what? That's not important. Okay. Okay. All right, so there's that. And then we should also keep track of damage, or like how many things we bump into. Do we want like HP or like how? Let's do that. This is actually going to be kind of interesting, like borderline interesting. So I'm going to get another number displayer here. And I guess we'll just keep track of how many times you bump into something you're not supposed to bump into. And your score, your goal is to get as close to 0 as possible. That's kind of fun because it brings up an interesting challenge where I want to make sure that you're definitely going to get hit. You know? Because we want it to be hard to get 0. It's actually kind of interesting. Okay, so, yay, I'm interesting. Let's do, yeah, underneath is fine. I kind of want it to be smaller, not that way. Yeah, that way. Yeah, let's get them both free movement. Oh, put this near the middle here. There we go. Stretch it. All right, and then we could even, I mean, color blindness wise, I don't know how great this will be, but let's make this, I mean, it's not like there's multiple colors that we need to differentiate between. Okay, so this is bad. The higher this is, the worse. I think that's pretty good. So let's plug in the score to that number displayer. And then, so I'm going to actually name this. I'm going to say enemies, or what is the enemy? I mean, if you're a, wait, what don't you want to bump into? I don't know, anything? Let's just say rocks, unavoided, rocks hit. I don't know. Yeah, we're going to make it rocks. Rocks are easy. Rocks hit. We're going to want to increase by 1 every time this event that we're going to set up happens. I'm going to get an input node to define the event or to signal when the event has occurred. I'm going to plug that up into the power of the score modifier. Since it's add and we set it to when powered and we set this operand to 1, then it's going to increase by 1 every time a signal comes in here. And that will output right there. We already got the timer. So we want to say that when the timer ends, we want a message and stuff. So I'm going to get a text displayer and I'm going to have it say, time up. Yo, time is up. Sorry. All right. And I guess we'll center that at least horizontally. Could be nice. All right, we've got no borders as our visual theme. That's as much as we got here. At least it's something. Not such a bad thing. All right. Time up. Cool. Great. And then we're going to want also, let's just say avoid. That'll be our begin or our start is avoid. So as soon as this timer is full, that's when we want this timer to go off. Why is this the wrong timer? This is a different timer, my bad. We have 2 timers. We have this one, and then we have the starting one, which is somewhere. Oh, here. I'm gonna put this over here. Yeah, it just makes more sense to me. This is the game timer. So when this starts, I want you to show avoid, but only for a little bit. So we need another timer, and I want this timer to say, let's say 2.3 seconds. I'm gonna get a rounding calculator. See how much time we spend? We're spending almost 5 minutes so far just setting this up. That's good. That's good. But you know, we still gotta add in obstacles, which I think will be okay. The hardest part will be slowing down. Oh God. All right, let's not think about it. So we want to round this up as long as it's true. I'm gonna have it reset itself. This will happen, let's say, right at the start, really. So I'm actually going to have, how long is this timer? A second? Let's get a shorter one. A lot of timers. I do be using a lot of timers. This one's really short. This one will kick off that. Right? Put this in here. So that's gonna start. We wanna show avoid. Let's see how that looks. Start it up. Okay, we got this one. We don't want this one to show until the end. Oh, turn it off. Let's hit play. Avoid. Okay, that keeps showing. We don't want it to keep showing. Oh, because this is still true. So we want to make sure that this is coming from the pulse. Avoid. Okay, that's fine. It'll do. Now it's weird because the game does start since this wiper is like already on or isn't on yet right at the start for some reason. Oh, you know why? It's because of this. There we go. All right, cool. So that's good. And then we want to say that at the end, so when the timer is up, when this finishes, show us time up and post the score. Oh my gosh. Post the score. We're going to come up to the scoreboard. I'm going to set it to post the score. That's not the scoreboard. This is post score. And we're going to want to start one more timer. And this timer I'm going to have last 3.2 seconds. And once this timer is done, then we're going to exit the game. All right. So, or we could even just restart it as well. We'll just exit. All right. So this opens and that exits the game. Let's give it a different blend for funsies. Yeah. Let's give it a wipe. Give it a wipe, give it a wipe, give it a wipe, give it a wipe now. All right, wonderful. And we want to make sure that that goes off when this ends. That's when that goes off. All right. So after, okay, that didn't work out great. Wait, is this the 30-second timer? Wait, where's the 30? Oh, the 30-second timer is over here. My bad. Oh man, we did make that confusing. So we need the score posting to also come out of that. Make sure nothing else is wrong. This one is wrong. We want to put this one out of there. Time up. These are okay. All right, so this is how it should be. Great. And then when that's up, that's when it'll play the other one. All right, good, great. So we got that. So now we need to add in the obstacles. All right, I'm gonna save it. Oh my gosh, this is hard. I don't know. We got 10 minutes left. It's always hard, but like, I don't know why. This time it's fine, everything's fine. I don't know, I just keep doubting myself. I keep doubting myself, but it's working out. So this is Game Jam game. Take it easy, whatever. It's good enough. Don't think too hard, just do things. Think nothing. Okay. So we want to add obstacles. So I'm gonna get just a little square. I'm gonna get a square. I'm gonna get another square, and this one I'm gonna make a little blendy. I'm gonna flip this around a little bit, and then we're gonna call it a rock. Maybe like another one of a little different size. And that's gonna be our rock. Just a little chunky something. A little chunky something. So let's get it. Ideally, it's like the same color as this, but you know, I don't want to obsess too much or anything. It looks okay. Right? It should be kind of similar to that. I think that makes sense. And then maybe we could add a little looseness just to give it some similarity. But we don't want to do too much looseness here. Yeah, maybe kind of like that. Nice. All right. There's an obstacle. Now we got to make that obstacle matter, and we have to make them up here. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. And it has to be hard, right? It has to be hard. Oh, we use wires. Oh, Nike, wikey, pikey, dikey. All right, that was a bad move. Okay, so let's not hook that up like that. Bad call. Bad call. Good girl. Bad call. Let's make this a little different. We want this to be like a browner color. A little darker. That looks fine, right? Like, that's okay, right? It's probably okay. All right, so there's that. It's really hard to see, I have to say. So we should make it like darker or something. I am not gonna do the texture. Yeah, because I'm just worried about time. We have 5 minutes left. 6 minutes. 7 minutes. 5-ish. A very soft 6. Okay. That looks pretty visible. So I'm just gonna put a bunch of these. All right. And just right all across there like that. So we've got 7. And I'm gonna say, let's put a microchip on each of these. And it's gonna be pretty random, which, you know, is what it is. We did it in an hour. Let's do a randomizer. I've done this before, but Super Afro Boy taught me an easier way to do this, and I'm so thankful for that. We'll just have it either power on the rock or not. And we can just keep resetting this every, like, now and then. I don't really know how this is gonna work, because we actually should make sure, oh God, we have 5 minutes left. This is hard. We actually need to make sure it's starting off camera, right? So I'm gonna make them bigger, or make the grid size bigger so I can bring this down far-ish. We only want 1 for now, so we can give it all the logic, and then we'll clone it down the line. Now we want it to be able to reset every now and then. So kind of like when this makes a full rotation. How do we know it's made a full rotation? I don't know. Oh gosh, we're in deep trouble. We're in deep trouble. I mean, we have to make some compromise, basically. This is hard. Oh, this is hard. Okay, so let's get a trigger zone that's on each rock. Oh man, we ran out of time. I'm calling it now. I ran out of time. Like, I'm gonna have to make some sacrifices. It doesn't always work out. It's not about it working out all the time, though. Okay. Oh, okay. We're still on the grid, so that's not moving as easily as I'd like it to. We need that to be big enough that it will be out the outside. Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's a little bigger than I even want it, but we don't want it to be skippable. Okay, so we want to make this look for friend. And if it sees friend, i.e. the player character, then it's going to count against our score. Make sure it's set to label. Player character is flashing. And I'm going to get a wireless transmitter. I don't even need to name it since it's the only one. But I do want a way to reset these. That's the hardest part, is how am I going to reset them? So actually we do need another one. Oh, we only got 3 minutes left, man. This game, we didn't make it. I'm calling it now. I didn't make it. Now we could do an extension. I could do an extension. I prefer to plan ahead when I'm going to do an extension to not do it, if I'm going to not do it. Let's put this in here because I want to be able to reset these, right? So be able to say, hey, roll it again, right? So I'm just going to say roll. Oh my goodness gracious. 3 minutes remain, friends. Oh man. So if this goes off, then that's going to reset that. We need to call that hit. We did. So if it hits it, it hits it. That's great. So we hooked that up, right? Okay. So I'm going to need a transmitter for roll. And we could say every, oh my God, so many ideas, so many unfinished. Let's say 5 seconds every 4 seconds. Let's say every 4 seconds, it's going to roll another roll. And then we also want to receive the signal of when we get a hit. So let's make sure that says hit. I'm going to make it scene wide. And then we're going to plug that into our score thing, wherever that is in here. That input right there. That's going to take us, in theory, make sure I plug that up right, into this. Yes. So that will power that on whenever it detects the character. Would be kind of nice if it destroyed as well. That's going to be a little tricky. Truth be told, we kind of needed another one. I'm going to say hit head. I'm so sorry to myself for so many reasons. And we're going to say that once this gets an increase, then send a signal back. I know, it's very obnoxious. I'm aware. I'm sorry. This is going to be hit head. And that is going to do what? Wait, what does that do? Oh, it destroys it. So we want to destroy it. But we don't want to destroy it. We just want to hide it. Don't destroy it. Don't do that. Just stop this. Stop what you're doing. 1 minute. Oh, God. Oh, we screwed up. I'm sorry. That's not nice. Screwed up isn't the way I really feel, but it's definitely not great. Because we still need to emit these. We need to emit these. Yeah. Yeah. We don't actually need to emit them. Ah, man. Yeah, I don't... Oh, geez. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We have to make concessions. And so the concession is going to be that these just all appear in the middle. Yep, it's pretty silly. Whoops. Whoopsie. And then... Oh, geez. Man, we didn't do a good job. Oh, we didn't do a good job. Ah, crap. Ah, crap. What happens? Just tell me what happens. Nothing. Because we... Ah, jeez. Oh, no! So wait, why is it not... Shouldn't that be... Oh, we need an initial one. We don't have an initial spawn. So we want to say that as soon as time starts, 10 seconds left. It's just 10 seconds that are left. Like, it's just 10 seconds that are left. Like, what's the big deal? 3, 2, 1. Oh, no. I didn't get any spawned. Not one. Why? Why are they no spawn? Oh, because they're powered off. We needed to play. Okay, I'm giving myself a 5-minute extension because I know what we have to do. That's a 15-minute extension, my friend. That's a bit too much. All right, 5-minute extension, 5-minute extension. Because you know what I realized? We plug this into the power. If we plug that into the power, then it can't make it work or not. So we needed to do a couple things. We need to plug it into the visibility, and we need to plug it into the trigger zone. So it won't turn it on if it's not supposed to be on. That's the best we can do. That's the best we can do. We got Danny O in the house bearing witness to my extending of time for my own greedy reasons. How you doing, Danny O? Welcome on in. Let's see. We've got roll, randomize, and that goes to the visibility and the trigger zone. So we're going to respawn these, totally mess this up. I mean, honestly, we should just get rid of this because it's just going to be too confusing if we leave the rocket on there. It's too confusing. It's like, why is that there? Doesn't make sense. So I'm going to even get rid of this whole missile thing. Just that's got to go. We had to say goodbye. All right. So then it's not what I would have wanted. It's just not. It doesn't make a lot of sense because things are going to spawn on top of you. Like, yeah, you're definitely going to get hit probably. You're definitely probably going to get hit. But it's not even spawning in. Why? Pray tell. Okay, they're all still off. Let's see here. Do they still have the power button plugged up? I don't think so. I don't think so. They do. Oh, crap. So we didn't unplug it from the power. All right. We do have it going to the visibility. So that's good. And then we do have it going to the trigger zone, right? We do. All right. Definitely not... oh my god. Are there 2 Dannys? Wait. Are there 2 Dannys? I don't understand. Wait, and one's an imposter? Are you serious? How dare you? Oh god, this is terrible. This is horrible. This is a bad game! We needed to change more often. It's just a fail. I'm okay with failure. I am. And I'm just here to admit it. I'm glad you're here too. I'm here too, admitting failure. It's not changing. Why? Oh, man. Maybe we have to emit what we're not emitting. It should just work. Basically, this should be getting a signal. Oh, wait. Oh, I see. We need to make that initial signal. We need to make that initial signal a pulse. So it's just sending out one initial signal, and that's it. But we actually need it to only be sending. And this was complicated. This was a complicated one. Okay, so then we want to get this right here, and that's a pulse. So now we should get the starting one, and then just a... It's impossible! It's impossible! Oh no, you can't anticipate anything. Are you sure there's no way we can get us to move with the boosters? Do we have to give it up? Do we? We have an extra minute now. I think we can do it. I'm not ready to give up the boosters because it's still gonna be terrible, but at least that will make some sense. So let's get a mover. I'm gonna put it on the whole thing. Let's drag it, then we'll have the wire, the affected objects wire. And we're gonna say every time we press that, it's going to increase the boost. It's impossible, but it's fine. It's fine. Cool, so if we press the boost, then we're gonna boost. Boost, we boost. Let's see what that looks like. Uppy. Oh, that's not uppy. We have to move the arrow to point up. This is gonna have problems because we don't have a boundary at the top. So that's an issue right there. That right there is an issue. So like just try not to fly away. Oh my god, look, it's moving separately. The rocket is moving separately, guys. Oh no, we're in danger. And then we can't go back down. There's no way to go back down. Oh God. Oh no. Oh no. Dang. 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 I don't think there's anything I can do to save this. I think I just failed. Avoid. Oh man. All right, time is up. There's nothing I can do. I failed. I didn't make a game. Oh man, what am I gonna do? Because this doesn't do anything. It's so wrong. It's wrong on so many levels. All right, so the least worst version of this is gonna be without the rocket. Oh man. Without the rocket. And maybe we'll just, like, remove some of these. You just gotta admit. When it just didn't work. It didn't work out. I'm just making it bare minimum at this point. Dang. It's so hard. You can't... You can't avoid them. Look at that. Look at my score. Just, like... skyrocketing. It's impossible because there is no safe place. The only way this could work is if like, oh man, it's impossible. All right, save it. You're done. You lost the jam. I tried. Dang. I haven't lost in a while. Usually, and it's okay. The point is not to make a game in 1 hour. The point is to try to make a game in 1 hour. I have a lot to reflect on here. What went so wrong? Well, I mean, I definitely spent a lot of time conceptualizing, at least 15 minutes, just setting up the movement, the effect, right? We set up that whole falling effect, but ultimately we didn't even need it. It didn't really become useful. So, because the game mechanic that made that make sense didn't get finished. So I think it speaks to the need to prioritize mechanics before selling the mechanic. I wanted to sell the mechanic before the mechanic existed. How can I sell a mechanic that doesn't exist? Game Jam game. Take it. Game Jam game. Fail. Avoid rocks. We'll just call it a fail. Danny says, it's okay. Lee's won all previous weeks. All previous weeks. The jam only won once. The jam itself won. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful concept. All right, so did I release this? We're supposed to make it public. Those are the rules. I will put the disclaimer, of course. I did absolutely fail. I'm trying to put the prompts with it too, so people know what the prompts were. Dang. Well, we're gonna see what you guys make. Let me get this title fixed. Dang, man, that was hard. That was hard. I think I just got really caught up on the visual. I don't think there is a better explanation. Now, look, I could have tried to make it work more with the time that I knew I only had left. Take it easy. I could have done that. I think if there's anything that I could benefit from taking away, it's that I could have more intentionally concentrated on, let's make sure we release it, concentrating on it actually being viable, right? Making sure like, okay, I see that we're not gonna get this in there. I'm not gonna get that in there. So how do I adjust the idea to fit the time that I have left? I did not do a good job of that. I did not adjust my time based on where I was at, or I didn't adjust my concept based on the time that was left. The second thing is I also focused too much on the visual before worrying about how the game mechanic would work. So we have the avoiding, right? We're definitely avoiding stuff, but it's like impossible. It's like very hard. I mean, it's like all three of them keep showing up. Wait, do all three show up every time? It's impossible. Wait, why would that happen? Why would it be the same every time? We set this up to be different. It's like, actually you didn't. Like, I know you think you did, but it turns out you actually didn't set it up that way. Why is it not random? Okay, so it is randomizing. But they're just all showing up. This is confusing. I really don't understand what's happening here. Because these should be, like, different. Yeah, you just messed it up, Liz. You messed it up. I love you, girl. But we have to just admit when we don't get it done right. Thank you for witnessing my failure. Pierogi Gun says, I didn't think I was gonna do anything this week, but it was fun. All right, let's check out what y'all did. Let's check out what y'all did. I'm not gonna dwell. I'm not dwelling. Wow. Wow. There it is. It do happen that way. All right, so we have... How's it coming along? Pierogi Gun shared, eat the celery with your mouth. I love that for a take it easy. Is it on no repeat? If there's only 2 options and it's on no repeat, it only has 1 place to go. Really? Really? Are you saving me to at least make it a little bit more of a game? Like, it's barely a game as it is, all right? It barely is a game as it is. But if you're right, I haven't ever done it quite this way. So it's definitely possible I messed something up. No repeat. There it is. True random. Let's go. Rogie, saving me. Saving my failure. Thank you so much. Look, I don't think it's a failure. Well, I do think it's a failure, but I think I did fail. But I think that failure is a good thing. And I think in this case, I have a lot to take away from it, which is what I said earlier. So that's something special. That is something special. All right, so we did update it. Rogie at least helping me get it to be a little less not what it is, which is bad. All right, save it. Release it. is better than it was. Now, I haven't tested it, but what Rogi said makes so much sense. It has to be true. Oh, look. Hey! So look, it's still bad. It's still bad because you just have no way to prepare. It's very luck-based. It's 100% luck-based. So you just kind of have to stay... I mean, there's nothing you can do because you can't move away from them. They're just going to get you. They're going to get you no matter what. There's no strategy. I tried. I did try. Time up. So we should get a score of 18. Oh, we also forgot to say that higher is worse. So let's edit this. I think we can do that right here. Better score is lower. We'll save that. Yeah, lose the scores. Lose my score. All right, let's do one more. Avoid. Yeah, right. Good luck with that. So what was supposed to happen is you can choose to move up. And the rocks are supposed to be moving up as well. So the rocks are supposed to be moving up. And then you can also move up. So you can, so if one spawns right under you, you know, you can move out of the way and you can avoid it hitting you. But there is no way to do that. And so it's kind of just luck is really all it is. But at least we have a scoreboard and at least we did our best. Thank you, Rogi, for helping me fix my broken game. I learned a lot. Okay, so I think Pierogigan is our only other entrant today, which is fine. Totally good. We get to really focus in on the awesome work that Rogi has done here. Rogi has made eat the celery with your mouth. Oh my gosh. You weren't kidding when you said it was fun. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. Wow, look at the mouth. I love the design you did on the mouth. Oh, it looks so cool. It looks so good. I'm very curious to know how this ties in to the theme. I can think like if you're taking it, take that celery. 91 is the score to beat. Let's see. What? Eat the celery. Eat the celery with your mouth with R2. Let's see how that goes. Here we go. Ready? I don't know. Am I ready? Go. Whoa. Okay, so I'm using the stick to move this. Wow. Because you're taking it. Oh, and you have to be kind of, this is awesome. Whoa. Wait, how did you... Look, I'm grabbing outside of these things and it doesn't work. Look at them, look how responsive this is. Okay, so if I were to guess what's happening here, I think what's happening is there are exclusive gates. And depending on which one you're closest to, when you stick out and press R2, that's the one that gets attached onto your mouth. So it is actually picking one. You bring it in and you feed and you're good. Oh, this is great. Wow. I am so impressed. I love this. So I'm just going to start going quick here now that I kind of get the idea. Oh, but you have to be careful. Oh, is that take it easy? Look, if I go gently, but if I go really fast, okay, that works too. Kind of. There's like a moment like right here. Like I'm trying to go fast, like grab, but it's not working, right? So if I'm thinking about the theme, take it easy. But if I go more careful, take it easy, then we're gonna be okay. So grab it, bring it in, grab it. So it kind of forces me to like be gentle with my grab. It's like, okay, come here. Okay, come here. So it kind of gives you a little pause. This is amazing. I also love that this is celery. Like this is celery, you guys. That's what this is. Rogi says, I started with that the topic is it's gonna be easy every time you eat one. So it would like say, easy every time you eat it. But then it started to look cute, so I just went with chomping. I love it. I love it. So we have to be fair. I'm definitely projecting the theme applicability, but I mean, it kind of works. It kind of works. Easy, easy. Like it's easy peasy. Like, oh, that was easy. We just got it. Oh yeah, it was easy. We got it. Well, I think unintentionally it worked out, because if I try to eat this too quickly, it don't work. I gotta do it just right. Look at this. This is fantastic. All right, we gotta get better than 91. I don't actually remember if we got better than 91 last time, so we gotta keep trying. Rip. I also have to say, I mean, just there's so much going on here conceptually. So I think those are clouds. I love it because it frames the score and the time really nicely, and it frames the play area. It looks like it could also be melting marshmallow juice. So there's that. Oozy marshmallow juice. And honestly, these kind of remind me of veggie sticks. But I'm fascinated by the Alien versus Predator like thing going on here with the like sub mouth inside of the mouth. There's something going on here. There's something very deep here about, you know, aliens, and, you know, just the reality is, even though they're aliens, they still gotta eat. They still gotta eat. They're not really here to take over. They're actually just here to have some celery. Like, they just want some nutrition. They want some good nutrition. What's wrong with that? Man, this is fun. 91? That's actually very hard. Jesus. How'd you do that? All right, let's be really efficient. Yep. Out, boop. Yeah. It's actually better if I like hold R2 the whole time. Not the whole time. Oh, it's tricky. It really, I have to like open my mouth, close it, make sure I get something. There's a strategy here. All right, we got a high score. I got a higher score than my last one. You got 91? You got 91? Okay. We got to get 91. It's a score to beat. Let's see what we can do. Here we go. This is a really good one. Can you guys get good scores? Danny, Pepe, are y'all on Danny O? Are y'all on Dreams? Let's see if we can get some good scores here, because this is really fun. This has a really good challenge to it. It's one of the most gameplay... I think this is one of the best mechanics I've played on Sudden Dev, because it feels like such an intentional attempt to not fool the player, but give the player a challenge. And it doesn't feel random. It feels like it has meaning, which I really like. So I'd be interested to know how other people find it when they play it. Dude, you got 91? I feel like I'm doing really well, but geez. Yeah, try it later. Try it later. We'll check it out again later and see like how you did. Thanks for letting me know. I'm just curious. I'm curious because this is like really fun. It's very interesting. Whoop. And that's something that Pierogigon does, and you'll see this over and over again with Pierogi's games. Is Pierogigon starts, at least lately, with a mechanic. Starts with a mechanic, just comes up with a way that the player can control, and what that control means, and how that implies a game. And it really works. And I know I could have learned from that. I could have learned from that if I had started with the mechanic. You know, I might have had more by the end. That's the nice thing about having an hour. Like, that's a lot of time. But it does give you some time to think about visually how you can soup it up once you get the mechanic down. So I think I just had my priorities mixed up. I went all visual. Now, I have done that in the past recently where I focus on visual first, but I think it's risky. Pierogi, you nailed it. Such a great mechanic. I love that you started with a mechanic. All right, let me try one more. Let me try one more. I love that you started with him. I assume you did. I assume you started with the mechanic. It really, really, really is quite good. Okay, here we go. This is the one. We're gonna beat the high score. Here we go. Go in, grab it. Go in, grab it. And that sound is great. It's cool because I have to like yank it back. It's really interesting. You know, the way you're using the tools to get it to stick, to get it where I have to finesse it. It's just, it's solid. It's solid. And I'm learning new things about how this works as I play it. Whoop, uh-oh. Right. Uh-oh. Oh, that was a lot of time without eating anything. It's hard. It's hard. See, Rogi's got that developer knowledge. Rogi knows something that I don't about making this play well. Yeah. Get in here. Get in my mouth. Get in my mouth right now. Yeah. Yeah. I am maybe getting better. Oh man, wowie, wow. I'm always amazed that within like the first few minutes of Rogi posting these games, they get a high score. Like a very high, a score that I can't beat. I think that's so amazing that like you have enough time not only to make your game, to bundle it, and to test it, but to get a high score within the minutes. Within the minutes after finishing your game. I think that's amazing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We got this. Entropy, we are playing this awesome entry by Pierogigon. It is so cool. The theme was Take It Easy. And I think Rogi just started out with a small influence on the prompt and just took it to another level. And it's just so cool. Because I don't think Rogi meant for this, but I really feel like the Take It Easy works. I'm playing it again. I like it. I like it. I feel like it really works because if I don't take the food easily, like nice and easy, I'll miss it. So it kind of works out. But Rogi claims that that isn't the inspiration. So fair as always. But it went great. I want to tell you something, Entropy. We are moving the jam back 2 hours starting in April. So in April, the jam will be starting at 6 p.m. Eastern. The show will start at 6 p.m. Eastern instead of 4 p.m. Eastern. I want to make sure everybody knows that. And you're one of the people I want to make sure knows that. 6 p.m. Eastern is when the jam, the show, and that will start. So it's actually more than an hour from right now that it'll start. Yeah, it's kind of exciting. I'm excited. So yeah, I want everyone to know that. We are not, actually, we are doing better than last time, now that I look at it. Easy taking, so easy to grab. That is kind of, I think, what Pierogi started with. But it's not that easy to grab them. I'm just getting better at it. It seems like what I have to do is make sure the mouth is like at least about halfway past the middle of the piece of food that I'm grabbing. Otherwise, it won't quite bring it back. Just gotta make sure it's like one of them that's closer, because you see how they kind of get close and they drift away, they get close and they drift away. But if you do want to follow when the show starts, head over to the Hyper Game Dev YouTube channel page. After every show, I'm going to put up another live show so you can see when the next one is going to be. So basically, anytime you check the Hyper Game Dev YouTube channel page, you can see when the next show is going to be. We do it every week, every Friday. And starting April, that will be at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, grabbing all these. 63. Did I get a high score? It didn't tell me I did. All right. Pina Jolada. Got 26. That's a hard game, but it's really good. It's hard. I say it's hard. It's only hard because Pierogigon got an amazing score. But it's easy to figure out. It's easy to play. It's a lot of fun. Really awesome work, Pierogigon. I think that's our only submission. As far as mine, Entropy, Mine maybe did not go so well. How do you say failed? But it's okay. So I wanted it to be like a game where you're falling and you have to take it easy by slowing yourself down so you avoid things. So the idea was that these rocks were gonna like sort of be like you're falling past the rocks and they're going past you, and they were supposed to kind of randomly spawn in, and then you would have the ability to move left and right, but then also like boost yourself up so you could like go up over things. Well, I ran out of time, and the only thing that I had time to do was get horizontal movement, and the actual rocks themselves, they just appear in one spot and disappear. So it's pretty impossible because your score goes up every time you hit a rock, and that's bad, so a lower score is better. But like it's pretty impossible to like avoid stuff. It's actually it was kind of similar to one of your old games, Entropy Tamed. I Audi Not Fall. A cool game that you should definitely check out. It's a fun game, y'all. It's a game where you're going downstairs and you're trying to avoid dogs by Entropy Tamed. Kind of was supposed to be sort of like that, but we didn't quite get the vertical component added in. So it is what it is. It didn't work out great. But you know, I focused too much on the visual aspect. I focused way too much on the visual aspect instead of the mechanic. And that's just something I gotta take away from it. And I could have adjusted my course at some point. Hey, Coffee Stained, I got some good news for you. I am moving the show and the jam back 2 hours, all right? So today, and all the way up until today, we've been doing the jam at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But starting in April, so first week in April, it's going to be starting at 6 p.m. Eastern time, or 11 p.m. UTC. So that's when we're going to be doing it, starting in April. If you're ever not sure when the next show is starting, just head over to the Hyper Game Dev YouTube channel page. And after this show is done, you can find when the next one is starting. But yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to see you, because I miss you coming to the streams, Coffee. I appreciate you saying that. You would be surprised how many, maybe you wouldn't, but I am hearing it over and over and over again. I work when you do the jam. I don't know if 2 hours fixes that for everybody, but I hope it'll at least increase the odds that someone can come through and make it. Thank you for saying that. The Audi game is one of your favorite creations. It is silly. All right, we should check it out. We should check it out just so y'all can understand what I'm talking about and why it was kind of part of my inspiration. This is a game based on an inside joke from an old Twitch stream. Let's say Audi Not. It's probably enough. Oh, I guess it isn't enough. It isn't. Oh, here it is. I Audi Be Careful, not I Audi Not Fall. I Audi Be Careful. That's the name of the game. But this is kind of like what I was imagining. It was based on a true story, yes. There is a streamer who used to stream dreams. Their name is Kataya on Twitch. And their partner fell down the stairs and it got captured on camera. And so this is a dramatic retelling of that experience. So you can see, right, we have these obstacles spawning and you have to move left and right. Now it's kind of like, this is more like a runner, right? You're constantly moving and you don't have an option to slow yourself down. But generally, this is kind of what I had in mind, except you would have the option to like boost yourself up. That was pretty much the biggest difference. But this game it's silly. Look, we're falling down the stairs, we're dodging dogs. And it does a really cool job of keeping movement. It's a very movement-oriented game where I'm just like, yes, exactly. It makes your eyes bleed. It makes my eyes just like, well, I wasn't gonna say bleed, but it makes them trip out, right? It's like, it creates this like imprint of motion when I'm watching it, which is kind of fun. God, I've gotten bad at this. I've gotten bad at this. I wonder if I feel like Pierogigon is still at the top of the scoreboard. Speaking of Pierogigon and high scores, I think this is one pierogi shown brightly on. Dang, I'm just not that good at it anymore. What do we got up here? Pierogigon. Look at that. Look at that. Right up there at the top. Lasted for 3 minutes. Tenia more so. Danny Kaka is up there. RBD Jellyfish. Bunch of streamers. We just got a bunch of streamers up here. All right, y'all. Well, I tried. I didn't succeed, but it's not about succeeding, because failing is a great learning opportunity. So I'm really thankful that I did get to learn that. If you enjoyed this show, I hope you'll consider leaving a thumbs up. Thank you if you're willing to do that. Thank you, Pierogigon, for your awesome entry. I very much enjoyed it. It was super impressive. Thanks to everybody who came through to watch. And, you know, wasn't my best performance, but that is in and of itself a good thing, because I have a lot to learn, and hopefully next week I'll have better luck. Quick reminder, we are pushing back the start of the jam starting in April of 2023. The jam will start at 6 p.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. Eastern is when the show is going to start in April. Thank you again, and I'll see you all in the after show. Yay, after show. All right, y'all. I'll see you there. We're going to start it up right after this. As soon as this ends, we're going to be in the after show. All right, y'all. Bye. Bye for now. Bye.